Why anyone would ever want to watch this vlog, I have no idea. We're going to the gynecologist. It should be really fun. What did I just say? Having someone stick a cold thing in your vagina and just like open it up. Well, hello! That should be fun. Fun for who? It won't be fun for me. Anyways. Whoa, that was scary. I just heard a train at the same time I was turning. Ah! That train wasn't that big of a deal. I think it's just the gynecological anxiety paired with the train is making me a little bit jittier. Jittier? Jitterier. Jittery-er? It's making me jitterier? It's making me feel jittery-er. You might be wondering, why are you going to the OB gynecologist, Juliana? That sounds like a not fun activity, and I know you like to do fun things like get coffee and eat, which is basically all my videos have been so far, getting coffee and eating and lifting weights. But you're going to the gynecologist now. What's that about? I'll tell you what that's about. I just recently moved to this new area in town, and I'm trying to get established here, right? I'm new. Actually, you know, that's probably why I'm doing YouTube now, because I have no friends here. Makes sense. Make internet friends, because I'm lonely. Will you be my friend? So yeah, I am going to the gynecologist. I'm like kind of establishing my doctors here. I want a good OB gynecologist for my next baby. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant yet. I would like to be eventually. So to my future baby number 2, this one's for you, bro. Or girl. Whoever you are. I can't wait to meet you one day. The reason why I'm going to the OB gynecologist, I don't have an STD or anything that I know of. This is more of like a family planning / fertility type of visit. Having a good OB gynecologist is very important to me, because if you're talking about the person that's going to be looking at your vagina and maybe even delivering your baby, this person, you better like them. You better trust them. You better feel like I can let this person go down there. When I delivered my first baby, I found my OB gynecologist through mom Facebook groups. I'm not a big mom Facebook group kind of person. I find them to be a huge time suck, and like they can be a battleground of like arguing over a bunch of bullshit. So I don't really go there, but I do pop in a local mom's Facebook group from time to time to ask questions like, hey bitches, who's your vag doctor, is what I'll ask. But that's not really how I framed it in the actual Facebook group, because that would be offensive. That's how I say it in my mind. That's a good place to find a good OB gynecologist, is ask the moms, because those women don't mess around. Even if you're not a mom, just pop into the moms groups, get accepted to a mom Facebook group, and just be like, hey, like looking for an OB gynecologist that's awesome in this particular area. Who do you recommend? And then people will recommend someone. As I was preparing for this particular vlog, I started to search on YouTube the question of my first gynecological visit vlog, and it seems that there's a lot of teen and preteen women asking the question, what goes down on my first gynecological visit. And I'll tell you, they tell you to get into a robe. So you get into this kind of a robe with your butt hanging out. Sometimes they'll tell you to lay back on a cold table with a piece of paper on it. Then you put your feet in these stirrups, and they'll tell you to scoot your butt to the edge of the table so that they can like take a look into your vagina. And sometimes they'll have like a plastic spatula type thing. I'll put one on the screen. Sometimes they have like a metal spatula. It's not a spatula. I don't know what this is called. Then they like crank it open. They just look inside your vagina. Hello. Inside your vagina, they'll stick like a swab. And this is called a pap smear. That part I find also pretty painful because it's just like, what are you doing? It's kind of weird. Once they're done swabbing to check for like STDs and stuff, then they'll remove the thing. Well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they check for other things, like they check your cervix and stuff. Man, I'm really bad at explaining this. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good big sister mom-like person. If I have a daughter for my next baby, she will be very confused about these things. Like, Mom, what's a period? I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know. So we're almost there. I'm so tired because yesterday I had a coffee at 2 p.m. and I knew it was a bad idea when I was getting the coffee. I was like, this is a really dumb idea. Why are you drinking a full-blown coffee at 2 p.m.? Like, don't do that. But I was like, oh, it just tastes so good. Just drink the coffee. It's gonna be so fun. That's like constantly the struggle inside my head. And now it's like 1 p.m. and I want to drink a coffee again. And I want to repeat the not sleeping again because I'm a masochist. So anyways, we're going to this gynecologist, this OB gynecologist. I think I'm gonna like him because the moms in the mom Facebook group described him as someone the midwives love. And you know you got a good OB gynecologist when the midwives love your OB gynecologist. Because here's the thing about midwives is that they're all about giving you like an empowering birth experience and letting you have the most natural, non-medically intervened birth. OB gynecologists typically, not all of them, but typically they are more inclined to do medical interventions because they're kind of approaching birth from the standpoint of, okay, what could go wrong? Because that's kind of how they're taught in medical school, is like, diagnose the problem. There's a problem, diagnose. Versus with midwives, they approach it as, okay, birth is like this natural experience, everything's good, and you just gotta like be there if an emergency happens. So it's good to find an OB gynecologist that has a balance of both, in my opinion, because then you've got someone that's ready to go should you need a C-section, or should you need any kind of intervention and you're at the hospital, should anything happen to your baby or you need like an epidural, which, by the way, whew, epidurals are amazing. I was kind of like I was a silly willy. With my first birth, I thought that I was gonna not need an epidural because I believe I have a high pain tolerance because I like to think that I'm a badass. When in reality, I'm just a little kitty cat. Meow. I needed the epidural and I have no regrets. It was the best decision ever. Now I gotta pay attention to where I'm going because I don't know where I'm going and I don't want to be an idiot. Left, turn right. These directions are so bad. I don't know where I am, but it's really pretty. We're at the gynecologist now and we're going inside. It's gonna be fun. It's actually really pretty over here. And I have to pee. I think I'm gonna hold my pee because they're probably gonna make me take a pregnancy test. It's usually what they do. That's another thing they do when you go to the OB gynecologist.
Head southeast toward Whipple Avenue.
Oops, Siri, shut up. That's another thing they'll make you do when you go to the OB gynecologist is they'll make you take a pregnancy test. So that'll be fun. What if all this time the reason why I've been so tired is just because I'm pregnant? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be a plot twist? I'm not pregnant. I'm not even having a period. I don't know if it's because I'm nursing or what, but I'm definitely eating enough and not exercising at all, so should be fine. Anyway, we're going in. I have to put my mask on.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. What brings you in?
I'm seeing Dr. John Ha.
It's just because usually his office is behind the hospital. The big garage that you probably just parked in, and
Yeah.
this is where you are right here.
Okay.
But John Hoff.
So I completely parked at the wrong building. I am taking this really, I don't know, some kind of detour to the actual right building. Come to think of it, I kind of feel pregnant today. I just feel really bloated. Maybe it was like the 2 burgers I ate and all the broccoli and the raspberries and the oats. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just bloated. So I feel pregnant. I'm not gonna lie, like the thought of getting pregnant again, like right at this moment, kind of scares me, but I wouldn't be mad about it, if that makes any sense. How would I feel if I took this pregnancy test when I was pregnant? That's a good question to ask yourself. I would feel happy. I don't think I'm pregnant though. I don't think I'm ready for another baby. I wanna wait until Hugo's at least a year to 18 months, which is coming up in like less than 3 months from now. So as I said, this is a family planning visit. It's not really like a super gynecological visit. It's like talking about getting pregnant again, that kind of stuff. And I gotta do that at this age when I'm older because I'm like old, I'm like 35. So that might not be old for some of you, that might be really young for some of you, but in pregnancy and childbearing land, they call that a geriatric pregnancy. No joke, geriatric. That means old pregnancy. So that's why I'm doing this visit.
What's your name?
Juliana
Last name?
Crispo?
Okay.
Yeah. I actually have to go to the bathroom really bad. Do you guys do the pee in the cup thing? Do I need to do that?
No, you're fine. The
Okay.
restroom is right through the store. You'll see it and just fill this out when you're ready. You can leave this.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
So we're going to start here with height and weight.
Oh, yeah.
5'3" and 196 pounds. Okay. This is the first time you're seeing Dr. Hoff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any specific questions or concerns for him?
I'm doing the family planning stuff right now, and I'm new, so I wanted to find a good doctor.
Okay, so you're
I'm new in town.
right.
And I'm thinking about baby number 2, and when I'm going to get pregnant with baby number 2 is probably somewhere between the 12 to 18 month mark. But the challenge is I'm not having a period. We're back. So that was fun. I think he's pretty good. He's not the same as my OB-gynecologist back in Phoenix. I loved my OB-gynecologist back in Phoenix. His name was Dr. Hervey. Oh my God, if you live in Phoenix, Arizona, Dr. Michael Hervey, hands down best OB-gynecologist you'll ever go to. The midwives love him. He's just an amazing human being. Let me labor in peace, do my thing, all this stuff. So I asked him a lot of questions about, you know, his approach to natural birth and that kind of thing, and he had some good answers, but he also was a little bit more intervene-y, if that's a word, intervene-y than I like. So maybe I'll go with a midwife this time around. I don't know, we'll see. But he did have a good recommendation for me when it comes to getting pregnant again. So the recommendation was to stop breastfeeding, number 1. Give it about 3 months to get a period again. And then once I get a period again, then, you know, obviously try to get pregnant from there. But if I don't get a period again, then he could give me a dose of progesterone, which would trigger a very heavy period, which might suck and be awful. But then that would kind of get things flowing again. His thought was like, hey, take it step by step. You don't really need to try any drugs or anything, because breastfeeding will really suppress your ability to conceive right now. Makes sense. Now we're heading back home. I will conclude the vlog here. I keep using the word fun. I guess I had fun making this. I don't know. I haven't seen a single vlog on going to the gynecologist, so someone had to make one. Subscribe if you want. I don't know why you would want to after watching this video. If you liked it, I guess maybe you should subscribe because you can expect more stuff like this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.